Morning everyone, this is Monica Ree, founder of Engineering Movement. Thank you so much for joining us for this morning flow. This is Matt, my assistant, and we're going to be practicing together today. We're going to start with a little bit of meditation. So whether you would like to sit on your heels or you would like to find a comfortable position with your legs crossed, or if you prefer to stay lying down on the mat for this meditation, feel free to do so. As you're sitting, whether it is using a block or using a bolster or directly onto the mat, whichever variation you would like to go for. Find that position and closing your eyes. Start tuning towards the sensations inside. Check how the body is feeling. Not with the aim of changing anything, but just to observe, notice what's going on for you today. Become aware of your surroundings, of the sounds, of my voice. And use of that external stimulus to draw the attention even deeper. Check what parts of your body feel at ease. What parts of your body might feel tense, might feel tight. And gather that insight within you so we can work with that throughout the practice. At this stage, we're not aiming to change anything. We're not resisting to what's coming up. We're simply observing. Now let's focus to the breath, to the inflow and the outflow of inhalations and exhalations. Notice how your breath comes in through the inhalation, filling you with possibility, with expansion, lengthening your spine, rising your tummy, expanding your rib cage. Bringing you a sense of fulfillment, a sense of possibility. As you exhale, notice how your upper body relaxes, your shoulders drawn further down, your pelvis, your sitting bones sink deeper towards the ground, towards the bolster, the block that is supporting you. If you are seated, if you're lying down, feeling how the back of your body surrenders, and let's go a little bit more towards the floor. And observe that breath. Observe the quality and the texture of this breath right now. Is it agitated? Is it calm? Is it constricted? Does it flow naturally? During the practice, we are aiming to attain a connected and deep breath that is going to open the pathway of connection and mindful presence. that we will embrace through the practice today. In order to bring that focus, that clarity, and that balance, we're going to activate the 4-step breathing pranayama technique. I'll guide you through it. The intention is that you inhale through the nose for 1, for 4 counts. You hold for 4 counts. You exhale through the mouth for 4 counts. And then you hold with your empty lungs for 4 counts, making that box square breath pattern. Closing your eyes if they're not already closed. And use my voice as a guide. Let's get started. First and foremost, let's inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Letting go. Let's get started now. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhaling through the mouth for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding with your empty lungs for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next round, inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding with your lungs full of air for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhaling through the mouth for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding with your empty lungs for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next round. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhaling through the mouth for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last round. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhaling through the mouth for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Return towards your natural breath. Noticing any changes, any shifts in your physical, your mental, or your emotional states. Regain your center. Connect with your center. Closing the eyes and focusing the attention, the drishti, your gaze, towards the space in between your eyebrows, your pineal glands. Connecting with your third eye, connecting with your sense of intuition and inner guidance. Asking that intuition and inner guidance to exactly that, guide you through all the practice today. Bringing the palms to the heart center. Now is the time for the offering, for your intention, for your bhakti. Maybe for you, maybe for someone that you love. Someone that needs love, someone that needs guidance and light shared in the path. Maybe for you, for something that you would like to see more in your life, someone that your heart desires, something that you would like to let go of because it's a burden and it's holding you back. Whatever that is. Allow the third eye, that guidance to guide you and walk you through that path. Allow the heart to express its deepest desires and connect those two together. Sealing that intention with your thoughts, with your words, and with your heart. Now, if we are not seated, please come to seated, as we're going to keep activating the body for this morning flow with the breath of fire. If you're pregnant or you think you're pregnant, this breath of fire is not recommended, as we really bring the blood pressure high, and also we are playing with the diaphragm. It might be a little bit disturbing. Also, if you suffer from severe anxiety or you have palpitations, anything that has to do with your heart rate, please just do your breathing, your normal breathing, focusing in your inhalation and your exhalation. Breath of fire, Kapalabhati. It is a flow of breath that inhales through the nose naturally, but then it forces the exhalation through the nose, making a pushing the air from the diaphragm, from the belly. So that pattern is bringing the air from the belly to the diaphragm all the way up, making that activation in that forceful breath from the belly, from that diaphragm. We're gonna go in 2 rounds. Let's start with the first round. Closing the eyes. Softening your shoulders, softening your palms. Your hands can be on your lap. And let's get started as we inhale through the nose. And then we exhale. And let's start picking up the pace. Keep it up, 10 more seconds. If at any point you become dizzy, or it's a little bit too intense, you can slow down the pace of the breath, or you can just come back to natural breathing. And let's come back to natural breathing. Allow the buzzing and the activation through your body to settle. As we are primarily working with the lower chakras to activate that inner fire through the solar plexus, bringing the determination, the willpower, the action necessary to carry on with the day. Giving us the grounding, giving us that solid foundation. You're going to go on a second round, and you can proceed in the same way that we did. Or you can just go back to natural breathing, keeping it very connected and very deep. Or if you'd like to bring a bit more the intensity of this breathing technique, then you will bring your arms all the way up. Your eyes are going to be open. And slowly you're going to bring your arms all the way up as you continue with the breath, until your arms are all the way up, your knuckles are together, and your gaze is going to go in between the thumbs. So whichever variation you are going to go for, let's get ready. Inhaling through the nose, and let's get started. As your arms start being lifted, your gaze also starts being lifted. Keep it up. Bring your arms together. Straighten your arms. Few last seconds. And slowly bring your hands, your arms all the way back. Resting onto your lap. Closing the eyes. And connecting with your center. Allow the tingling and the activation to embody you, to bring life, to bring prana to your mind, to your heart, to your body. Open the eyes very softly, taking the gaze across the room. We're now going to remove any of the blocks or any of the props that we were using to sit. And any blankets that you were using to cover yourself. To this more quiet start, hope you're feeling well. We're going to now bring a little bit more movement into the physical body. As we're going to be moving towards the asana-led practice. Keeping your legs crossed and your palms, your hands onto your lap. We're going to start activating the spine, activating the Kundalini energy with Sufi circles. As you inhale, you're going to be opening and expanding your chest forwards. As you exhale, you're going to round the spine all the way back. You're going to keep this flow. Maybe the circles are really big, maybe the circles are really small. They are fast, they're slow. Really allow yourself to feel, to allow that connection with your body. The fact that you are listening to what the body is needing today at this precise moment, and you're moving accordingly to that slow movement, to that rapid movement, to those expansive or small circles. And once you go back towards the center, let's reverse the circles. Allow your body to express. You want to yawn, you want to stretch a little bit further, and incorporate the neck, incorporate the head as well. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. Easing the energy and the flow into the body. Coming back to neutral, neutral spine. As we inhale, we're going to bring both of the arms overhead. Getting hold of your left wrist. As you exhale, we're going to open towards the sides. Looking up, if the neck allows you to do so. Keeping the connection with your sitting bones, so we are not going too far towards the side. It is the opening through the lateral, so the rib cage that we are aiming for. Inhaling, coming back to center, changing the wrist. So in this case, you're going to be holding your right wrist. As you inhale, you lift up. As you exhale, you open towards the side, looking up. Very well. Inhaling, coming back to center. Letting go of the wrists, of the arms. And slowly, we're going to come into our all fours. For these all fours, setting that foundation through your hands, through the shins, through the knees. Keeping your knees, your legs, hip width distance apart. And we're going to start Making small and gentle movements, shifting your hips back and forth, activating your joints, activating the angles of movement, also right and lefts, letting go of the neck, letting go of the hips. And then from that, right and left, up and down, we're going to start making circles. Every single time that we make a circle, we bring that connection to the joint, to the palms, to the knees, to the feet that are grounding us, that are that foundation right now for us. And changing the direction of the circle, if you haven't done so. Let's just do some breath therapy in the meantime. We're going to be spending a little bit of time on down facing dog. Let's turn the palms upside up. Fingertips are pointing at each other. And we're going to keep that motion of right and left, focusing into the opening of that wrist joint. Then fingertips are now looking at your knees. Palms are facing up still. You're going to aim to sit back into your child's pose. There's going to be a point that your wrists are going to really feel it, and that's when you're going to stop. Another breath, and coming back into your all fours, reposition into that neutral position as we start going into a little flow. As we inhale, we take the hips all the way back into an active form of child's pose. Forehead is off the mat. Exhaling, grounding the palms, and sliding the torso forwards into a low cobra. Inhaling, pushing the floor away, rounding the spine, taking the hips all the way back into an active form of child's pose. Exhaling, rounding the palms, sliding the torso forward, sucking the elbows in, lifting into a low cobra or perhaps an up dog. So you bring a little bit more of stretching to the full station of the spine. Inhaling, rounding the spine, taking the hips back. Exhaling, sliding the torso forwards into your low cobra or your up dog. Inhaling, going all the way back at your own pace and at your own rhythm. Perhaps you would like to keep your eyes closed as well. So that's a little bit more of an intimate practice that will allow any distractions going on to disappear, to fade away. And you can focus a little bit more into what the body is asking you to do or is actually suggesting you to do. Go into your last round and take as much time as you need to actually also allow the spine to work through those two motions of the expansion and the extension, and also rounding the contraction. And those two. Once you have finalized your last round, we're gonna all meet in child's pose. Relaxing the head on the floor, the neck. Letting go through the exhalation. As we inhale, we're gonna come up into our fingertips. Exhaling, we're gonna move all the way towards the right side, opening the left lateral. See, with those left fingertips, we can reach a little bit forwards and to the side, without losing the grip, without losing the connection of your hip with your heels. See, especially when we are going into opening to the sides, that twist doesn't constrict, so that doesn't limit the capacity of the breath. So making sure that we are breathing there. Beautiful. Inhaling, we're gonna come back to center, hands on fingertips. Exhaling, moving the fingers towards the left side, and reaching through your right fingertips all the way forwards and to the sides. Keeping that connection, so not because we are reaching through the fingertips that means that my torso is coming forward. My torso still and my hips still very much touching my heel. It is through the length that I'm creating on my right side that I'm reaching forwards. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back to center. Repositioning to your child's pose, this time with your arms around you. Letting go of the shoulders, letting go of the upper body. In your next breath, coming all the way into your all fours. From that all fours, making sure that you're not locking your elbows, that you're there micro bend, so you're activating your shoulders and the muscles. We're going to tap the toes in, and we're going to lift into our first down facing dog of the practice. In that down facing dog, first down facing dog, allow yourself to bend the knees, walk the dog, lift the legs, whatever you have to do in order to get into your body. And remind yourself that the breath is there for you. The breath is there for you to release, to activate. As we are working through the inhalation activates and brings the direction of the breath into that specific part of the body that we want to open, that we want to work with. And it is through the exhalation, it is through that release, that any of the tension that might be coming up, that we are releasing that tension out. So remind yourself that the breath is there working with you through that process. Coming into your down facing dog. Coming back into stillness. Bending the knees if necessary. If the lower back feels a bit tense, if the back of your legs feel a little bit tense. We'll have time to ease that. Slowly walking the feet all the way forwards to the front of the mat. Holding your elbows. Letting go of the neck, letting go of the head. Allowing the upper body to be heavy. Really releasing. Letting go of the head. Now, allowing both of the arms to fall towards the floor. Letting go a little bit more, bending the knees if you have to. As we inhale, we're going to lift halfway into a long spine. As you exhale, you're going to let go a little bit more. Inhaling halfway, long spine. Exhaling. Inhaling one last time. Long spine. Exhaling. And pressing through the fingers, pressing through the sole of the feet. We're going to start rounding the spine and lifting vertebra by vertebra all the way up into standing, into our Tadasana. Keeping the feet hip width distance apart for now. Both of the arms are by your side. Palms are facing up. Closing the eyes. Feeling that engagement through the legs, through the torso. The feet are pressing down. That's allowing you to ground towards the floor. The tail is long. Navel is slightly tucked in. The bandhas are active. Shoulders are drawn back and down. They are relaxed. As we're going to start moving now. Inhaling, bringing both of the arms overhead. Looking between the thumbs. Exhaling, we're going to start folding forwards all the way down. Bending the knees if necessary. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, folding forwards again. Inhaling, rising all the way up. Hands overhead. Exhaling, hands to the heart, Samasthiti. Reconnect with your breath. Engaging with your Ujjayi breath, if that's part of your practice, if you would like to activate it today as well. That contraction of your throat, victorious breath. Inhaling, reaching up all the way. Exhaling, folding forwards. Bending the knees if necessary, as much as you need to. Inhaling, long spine. Exhaling, folding again. Letting go of the neck. Inhaling, rising, pressing down through the feet. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Now if you would like to change your standing, if you used to practice with your feet together, with your big toes together with a little space between the heels, otherwise keeping your hip width distance apart, whichever way you practice. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, halfway long spine. Exhaling, grounding both of the palms, taking your right foot back, right knee on the mat. Inhaling, reaching up into your low lunge. And in this low lunge, opening the rib cage through the sides. As we're gonna go in a little flow now, as you exhale, you're gonna start sinking the hips forwards without going into back bend. Your back still very much neutral. And we're gonna go into a little flow here. As we inhale, we go back into our low lunge. As we exhale, we sink and we open the arms. Inhaling back into your low lunge. Exhaling, opening the arms. Inhaling back. Exhaling, opening the chest and sinking the hips a little bit deeper. Inhaling up. Exhaling, sinking deeper down. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back into your low lunge. Framing your left foot. Taking it back into your first plank. In this first plank, if you would like to roll back and forth a couple of times, just to activate your wrist, activate your core. Lowering down the knees for this round. Taking it all the way down into the floor. Inhaling, low cobra. Exhaling. Pushing it all the way back into your down facing dog. Breathing in your down facing dog. Feeling how the body starts to open. Making space in the back of your legs. See there's a little bit more space for you to access. To activate your shoulders. And to take your hips up towards the sky. For your down facing dog, inhaling, bringing your right foot forwards, your left foot forwards. Exhaling, long way. Inhaling, folding all the way. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Samasthiti. Let's do that once again on the other side. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, halfway long spine. Exhaling, grounding the palms, taking your left foot back, left knee on the mat. Inhaling, reaching into your low lunge. As we did into the other side. Keeping your pelvis neutral. You're not going into a back bend yet, if you don't want to. As you exhale, you're going to start sinking through the hips with your neutral spine. If you would like to go into a back bend and look up into the sky, you can. But it's not an obligation to do so if you don't want to. Now we're going to go into a flow here. As you inhale, you come back into your low lunge. As you exhale, you open the arms into your low lunge. Inhaling up. Exhaling, sinking through the hips into Janayasana. Inhaling up. Exhaling, opening towards the floor. Inhaling out. Exhaling, opening the chest and sinking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, sinking. Inhaling, low lunge. Framing your right foot. Taking it back into your plank. And from this plank, if you would like to go knees, chest and chin, or going all the way into your chaturanga, you would like to inhaling low cobra up dog, exhaling down facing dog. Allowing yourself to be on that facing dog for a couple of breaths, to really feel the changes, really feel how your body is opening as we keep working on it. And connecting with the breath. If the mind wanders, if the mind just tries to interact with you and distract you with any narratives, you can always come back towards the breath. Beautiful. In your next inhalation, reposition into your down facing dog. Exhaling, stepping your left foot forwards, your right foot forwards. Exhaling, folding all the way. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Let's keep moving. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, folding all the way back towards the floor. Inhaling away. Exhaling, folding both of the palms. Step forward, jump into your plank. Where you want to go, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling, low cobra, up dog. Exhaling, down facing dog. From the down facing dog, inhaling, reaching your right leg up. Exhaling, bending your right knee to the right elbow and hold. Inhaling up. Exhaling, right knee to left elbow and hold. Inhaling up. Exhaling, right knee to the navel and stepping the right foot forwards. This time reaching into your high lunge. For that high lunge, front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Another breath. And as we bring it all the way down into your runner's lunge, we're going to go into a little twist. Shifting the weight towards the left hand. As we exhale, we open towards the right side. Inhaling, framing the right foot. Exhaling, opening towards the left side. And see if there's a little bit more pressure you can put on that back foot. So that more space for you to twist through that right hip. Beautiful. Inhaling, framing your right foot. Taking it back into your plank. And from that plank, knees, chest, and chin, chaturanga, all the way down. Inhaling, low cobra, up dog. Exhaling, down facing dog. Beautiful. Breathing. Connecting with your Ujjayi breath. Connecting with the breath, whether it's Ujjayi breath or any normal breath. But as we always say, what makes yoga is the fact that the breath guides the movement and not the other way around. So let's go into the other side. Inhaling, lifting your left leg up. Exhaling, left knee to left elbow and hold. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhaling, left knee to right elbow and hold. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhaling, knee to navel and stepping your left foot forwards, reaching up into your high lunge. Sinking through the hips. Back leg still lifted. Front knee is leading. And now we are framing the left foot, going into the twist. First, shifting the weight towards the right hand, opening towards the left. Yeah, what happens in that twist is that the aim is to open through the lateral without losing that alignment into the shoulder. Inhaling, framing your left foot, shifting the weight into your left hand now. Exhaling, opening towards the right, into your reverse twist. Pushing floor away with your back foot. See there's a little bit more space to twist. Inhaling, framing your left foot, taking it back into your plank. And your choice, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Or down facing dog if you would like to. Beautiful. And everyone taking a child's pose. Here is a moment where, depending on how you want to keep your practice, you might just go in child's pose and take a break and regulate your breath, regulate the fire that we are activating. You can be on down facing dog, or you can go in on another vinyasa if that's what you would like to, because there's a lot of fire that you would like to burn this morning. So feel free to go with whichever variation you would like to. In any way, whether you are on child's pose or you are on your vinyasa, we're gonna go all back into our down facing dog. That's where we're all gonna meet. Once you're into your down facing dog, look in between the hands, step forward or jump all the way forwards. Inhaling, long spine, exhaling, folding. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. We're gonna keep moving, reposition, recenter with your intention. Recenter with your breath. As we inhale all the way up, exhaling, sinking into our chair. Katasana. See that most of the weight is actually coming to the heels, but all the toes are still very much rounded into the mat. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, grounding the palms, step forward or jump all the way into your plank chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling, down facing dog. Inhaling, reaching your right leg up. Exhaling, we're gonna now step the right foot, but we're gonna step it into the outer side of the right hand. Going to our lizard, we're gonna get a little bit more into the hips. Options, we can drop the left knee into the mat. That feels a little bit too much. We can always keep it lifted and stay in the hands, or perhaps going into the forearms. It is accessible. In any case, whichever variation you're gonna go for, please don't go into the open right knee. You're losing their integrity into the hip. Just make sure that you're pressing down the floor with that right foot. Beautiful. Another breath. And everyone lowering down the left knee. We're gonna come into the hands now. We're gonna come into a twist. As we inhale, we're gonna shift the weight towards the left hands. And we're gonna turn, we're gonna open towards the right. For some of us, that might be sufficient. Just bringing the right hand into the hips. For some of us, we would like to bend the left knee and get hold of the right foot, bringing it closer towards the cheek. If that's the case, whether you are holding the foot or not, the important part of this pose is actually that we are opening. We're breathing. Especially when we're doing twists, the breath gets constricted, the diaphragm gets constricted. Another breath. Letting go of the foot, well done. Coming all the way forwards and taking your right leg all the way back into your three-legged dog. From your three-legged dog, you have the options, whether you want to just come back into your down-facing dog for your other side, or you would like to go into your normal vinyasa. And then we all meet in down-facing dog, depending on how much you want to do the intensity. You can always add more vinyasas, you can always add more flow into your sequence. From down facing dog, now we're gonna go into the other side. Inhaling, lifting your left leg up. Exhaling, taking the left foot all the way forwards, this time into the outer side of the left hand. And as we did on the other side, we're gonna get into lizards. So one side might feel a little bit tighter than the other, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely normal. So whether you drop the knee or you don't, you come into your forearms or you come into your arms, whichever variation you want to go for. Pressing down with that left foot on the mat, so we're keeping the integrity of the knee and on the hip. Breathing into that hip. And now everyone, well done. Dropping the right knee onto the mat as we're gonna go into that twist. Shifting the weight towards the right hand. We're gonna first turn towards the left side. That would be option one. Just staying there with your left hand into your left hip. And perhaps you would like to also bend your right knee and get hold of to your foot. And bring the foot a little bit closer towards your right hip. If at any point during this, your knee gets a little bit sore, a little bit tender, please let go of the foot, because that might be that your tendons, your ligaments into the knee is actually being targeted, which is not something really nice. It's actually a much nicer as a stretch on the quad, but if that's targeting the ligaments into the knees, it's not really worth it. Another breath and really keeping the focus into that twist. Letting go of the foot, framing both at the front, pushing all the way back into your three-legged dog. From your three-legged dog, your option, vinyasa, we're gonna all meet in down facing dog. Fantastic. Breathing, inhaling up, exhaling. Looking between the hands, step, float, or jump all the way forwards. Inhaling up, exhaling, folding. Inhaling, rising all the way up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Beautiful. So now we're going to take a 90-degree step. So we're going to now, in our case, look towards the window. So it will be towards your left. And then from there, your right foot is going to stay where it is. Your leg is going to take a big jump towards the left side as we're going to go into our prasaritas. So with this, if you're not unsure about how wide you need to go, I always say that a good measure is to open both of your arms and see where your wrist ends. And if you can actually trace a straight line from your wrist all the way to your ankle, to the outer side of your ankle, that will be approximately the length or the width that you would like to go for this opening. Both of your feet are parallel. Be quite aware if you are hypermobile like myself, you see what happens to my knee, that I go really far back. So micro bending the knee, that guarantees that the thighs and muscles are engaged. Yeah? Opening both of the arms to the sides. As we inhale, we lift. As we exhale, we dive all the way down. If you have any variation that you're working with, which is a tripod headstand or anything like that, you would like to go for, please go ahead. Inhaling halfway. Interlacing the fingers at the back. Exhaling, folding forward. Now here, when we are into this prasarita, the intention here is to really open through the back of the legs, but also activating the upper body. So once we are into this interlacing of the fingers, we're also trying to bring the palms together. So we're also working in a really nice stretch into the shoulders. Another breath. Letting go of the interlace of the fingers. Well done. Halfway up. We're going to now go into a twist here. So as we are into this prasarita, lowering down again, we're going to bring the left hand into the outer side of the right foot. And perhaps that might be enough for most of us, or perhaps we also would like to bring your right arm all the way up, opening into this twisted prasarita. Really important work that we're doing with the twists as a way to support the detoxification of the organs and our meridians. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back to center, bending the knees if necessary. They feel a little bit shaky because we're doing a lot of work onto the legs now before we get into the other side. As we inhale, we reach towards the left ankle with the right hand. We might just want to stay there, or if we did onto the other side, opening through the left arm up. breathing, especially as we are doing twists. The diaphragm gets constricted. And we find a little bit more challenging to keep breathing, but we just keep breathing. Just become more conscious of the breath, if anything. Inhaling, coming back to center. And we lift all the way up now. Hands on the hips. We're gonna now change the angle of the feet. They're gonna now go into 45 degrees. And we're gonna get into our goddess pose. If you need to shorten your stand a little bit, that's also fine. As we inhale, we have the hands into the hips. As we exhale, we start lowering down and opening the arms into cactus. As we inhale, we bring both of the arms up. Exhaling, lower down. Inhaling, and my arms up. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhaling. And we're going to hold into this goddess pose. Making sure that the bum is not really sticking out. That means that a lot of the weight is coming into the lower back. It is a matter of tilting the hips slightly forwards. So then when you sink and when you go down, it's actually the thighs that are doing the work, where your neck, where your lower back is protected. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Framing all the way forwards. So your right foot is leading right now. We're gonna go into a humble warrior, falling forward, so we can actually just bring back into alignment with the hips. If you need to keep the stand a little bit wider than usual in terms that your right foot needs to go a little bit farther towards the right, that's okay, so you have a little bit more space to fall forwards. You're gonna bring a bend into that front knee, interlacing your fingers at the back. As you inhale, you lift up. As you exhale, you start folding forwards. And the idea is that your right shoulder overpasses your right knee. And you let go of the neck, you let go of the head as much as possible. See if you can get a grip of both of your palms for a proper release into the shoulders. Beautiful. Another breath there. Inhaling, pushing through that leg, coming all the way up. We're going to change the interlace of the feet, the change of the direction of the feet. So now we'll be leading to the back of your mat. We're going to do the same operation. If you need to readjust your feet, so then your left is slightly wider to the left side, so you have more space to fold. Interlacing your fingers, actually just go with the other interlace, with the awkward interlace if you have to. So we keep balance on both. As you inhale, you lift up. As you exhale, you start folding forwards. See, if you can let go a little bit more of the leg, of the head, of the neck, surrendering forwards. Pressing your palms together if you can. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Changing the feet all the way forwards. And from where we are, we're gonna transition into a little balance now for the morning. You would like to stand a little bit more into the center of the mat as well. From where we are, we're gonna bring the left foot all the way forwards into our bent knee. Hands on the hips now. And see if you would like to go for any variation for the tree. So you have option 1 into the ankle, option 2 underneath the knee, option 3, you get hold of the foot and you bring it all the way to your inner thigh. And the way that that foot stays there is because there's a pressure between the thighs and the foot. So the thigh is pushing out and the foot is pushing in. And with those two forces, the foot stays where it is. Find a point that is not moving. That's going to actually make it a little bit easier for you to stand into your tree. Hands into the heart. And then go with any variation that you would like to. If you would like to go all the way up, extending your arms up onto your cactus arms, or you like to go for a little bit of a chest opener, challenging yourself depending on where you are today. Then getting out of the tree without putting the foot back into the floor. You're still holding it. And we're going to take that foot all the way back now as we're transitioning to our dancer. Getting hold of the other side of the ankle. Reaching up through your right arm. As you start exhaling, you're pushing that foot, that leg back. Lifting that heel. Lifting the hip. That foundational leg that is supporting you as straight as you can. See if that arm can go a little bit more straightened. Beautiful. Without collapsing the torso forwards. It's really important that when we are there opening through the chest, we're opening through the chest. Sorry, Matt. We're opening through the chest, but we are not coming all the way to the front, but keeping an integrity into the hips, into the chest, that we are not surrendering forwards. As Matt very well doing. Actually, just keeping some engagement into the core as well, so we are not surrendering too much forwards. Beautiful. We get off of the dancer without putting the foot into the mat if possible, and now we're going to be transitioning into our half splits. So a lot of work into the legs now, a lot of work into hamstrings, using your blocks if necessary to get into that half split. Especially for my friends, the triathlons, the runners, the cyclists, is actually a very tough one because it really puts a lot of strain into the quads, into the hamstrings, and into the hip flexors. These are really strong, they're really tight there. So it's actually a really good one to bring space and bring flexibility into those muscles. Beautiful. So from that half split where you are, you're going to bring that foot all the way to your right one and slowly coming all the way up to standing, shaking your legs if necessary a little bit. As we're going to work into the other side, we're going to start from tree. Shifting the weight towards your left foot, starting with the tree. So whichever variation that you did into the other side, I recommend you to go for that variation. Whether it is on the ankle, if you do on the knee, make sure that you're below the knee, that you're not putting pressure into the joint. And if you like to go a little bit further up, then you bring the foot into your inner thigh. And as we said, it's always like you are super gluing that foot into your thigh. The foot is pressing towards the thigh is pressing away. So they actually stay together. If you wobble like I did, that's great, because actually that's working into that balance, into that core. You just go back. You just glue back that foot back into the thigh. Go with any variations of arms that you would like to go for, where they are extended, hands to the palms, slightly opening the chest, and bringing that knee to the front as we're going to be transitioning into our dancer. Getting hold of the other side of the ankle. As we exhale, we're going to start kicking that right leg all the way up. And there will be a point that your lower back perhaps feel a little bit too tight. That's what you stop. See that left arm can go a little bit farther up. Beautiful, beautiful dancer. Another breath. And letting go of the foot. This time now we're going to be transitioning into our half split straight away. Using the blocks if necessary for you to support. Standing leg as straight as you can. You're going to see a lot of engagement into your close into your IT band as well here. That's exactly what we want to. Another breath, well done. Engaging from the hamstrings, so you can lift a little bit higher. And bringing the right foot all the way forwards. Beautiful. Bending the knees. Placing them towards the back. And we're going to come towards the floor. Navasana, bow pose. A little bit more of core work. It's never enough. So see whether you want to keep your knees bent, supporting the back of your legs. If today your lower back feels a little bit tender, otherwise your legs go straight and they're holding you up. See if you can, instead of just coming all the way down, reaching through the sternum. And then going a little bit of scissor legs. You can also smile. And then we come a little bit to the floor, and then we lift up. And we come to the floor, and we lift up. And now we come to the floor, all the way down. Beautiful. Now we have the option of a back bend, if you would like to. We're gonna start with bridge. So once you're ready, we're gonna bring our knees bent, feet are gonna be hip width distance apart. So we're gonna be offering a lot of options today, depending on how far you wanna get the back bend. Both arms are by your side, palms are facing down. As you inhale, you're gonna start lifting your hips off the floor into your bridge. You will like to interlace your fingers underneath and snuggle your shoulders in so you have a little bit more space to lift up. See if you can bring your knees a little bit closer together. Usually that's what happens at the knees. As we actually are into the bridge, they start splitting away, splitting apart. So if you can have a little bit more of awareness to bring them together, that would be great. And then slowly we're going to start bringing it down, letting go of the fingers into our next round. So next round will be the same. If you would like to bring it into a little bit more restorative part of the practice, then you can always use a block underneath your sitting bones. If not, you can come with us into that bridge. You can also have the option to leave one leg at a time, or you are practicing wheel and you would like to actually go for wheel. Off you go. So you're going for wheel, and I think Maddie's gonna go with wheel. Yes. First of all, you come into your forehead, and then from your forehead, then you push the floor away and you lift all the way up. And then coming all the way down into your wheel. You are doing wheel. Bringing your knees towards your chest. Rocking side to side. Bringing your left leg all the way towards the floor, but you keep your right knee towards the chest. Hanging in there. And we're going to be releasing some of the tension into the ankle. Letting go of the knee. Now we're going to go into circles with our hip. Both directions. Just feeling that joints. Releasing any of the tension. I really feel it on my hip flexor that it cracks all the time. And into happy baby into that leg. Getting hold of the foot, but also pressing with that towards the hip. And now taking the right knee all the way across towards the left. Both of the shoulders on the mat. Turning the head towards the right side. We're going to now start winding down the practice. Winding down the work. So any of the tension that we might have generated, well, now is the time to release it. Another breath. And letting go of bringing your right knee, come back to the center, changing the legs as Matt has done already, holding your left knee first, immobilizing the ankle, letting go of any tension. I will be doing a little bit of balancing poses there, and bringing the hip into movement. So that might be that the movements and the circles are really big or really small, whatever you feel like it. And we're getting to have happy baby. If you need to bring your right hand into your right hip so you don't go too much over the other side, so kind of you feel a little bit of support there into that hip, please do so. And then we're going to take the left knee all the way across towards the right side. Opening your arms on cactus arms, both of the shoulders on the mat. Allowing your IT band, your glutes, your psoas to relax and release, as we've done a lot of work into the hips, a lot of work into the hamstrings as well, with all those beautiful half splits that we have done earlier. Closing the eyes as we start now, bringing the awareness within. Beautiful. Bringing that left knee all the way back to center. Now, both of the knees both of the knees towards the chest. If you want to do a little happy baby there as well, that would be wonderful. And now is the time for any final finishing inversions or finishing sequence. So whether you would like to go for a headstand, or you would like to go for a shoulder stand, or knees or legs towards the wall, whatever variation you want to go for, please do so. If you had enough and you're ready to start into your shavasana, then please transition into your shavasana. Now it's time for finishing. We're finishing sequence, any other variation, any other stretches that you would like to go for, whether it might be pigeon, or it might be, again, knees to chest, or it might be your happy baby, whatever you would like to go for before you go into shavasana. And then once you're ready, coming all the way down towards the floor. And surrender to the shavasana, letting go of the body, letting go of the breath, letting go of the mind. Closing your eyes, letting go of any physical tension, any tension in the mind. Allowing your body to digest the work that we have done. This is the most important moment of any yoga practice. Start deepening your breath, bringing the awareness back towards the physical body. Easing the transition from where you were to the present moment, to the current space. Once you're ready, and as lovingly as you can, start wiggling your toes and your fingers, bringing some movement towards your body. If you need to, hug your knees towards your chest, to go for a nice stretch, whatever you would like to go for, in order to ease this transition. Roll towards one of your sides and allow yourself to be there for a couple of breaths. To feel the ground supporting you. To acknowledge this new rebirth that you have been journeying through for the last 75 minutes. You have renewed your body, your mind, and your soul, bringing balance, bringing activation, and bringing regeneration to all your bodies. Once you are ready, we're gonna come all the way up into our comfortable seated position to close the practice together. After the heart center and Anjali Mudra, acknowledging ourselves for having showed up to the practice, thanking ourselves for having dedicated this time to the practice of yoga and the meaning that we give to that practice. Cultivating inner peace, self-love, strength, flexibility, but ultimately choosing us for this entire hour. Nothing and no one else but ourselves, for our well-being, for our health, for our happiness. We're going to close with an Om and 3 Shanti so we can all go in balance, in harmony, and divinely protected. If you would like to join me. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, love and abundance to all of you. Joy, namaste. Namaste for your practice. Hope you're feeling energized, you feel happy, you feel content. This is Monica Reed, founder of Genuine Movement. Thank you so much for watching. This is one of the morning flows that we're going to be sharing with all of you the next few days. So make sure that you follow us on social media, Genuine Movement, and you have signed up to our newsletter. If you go to genuinemovement.com, you're going to be able to sign up there for free forever. Thank you so much for your practice. Have a lovely, lovely day ahead and see you very soon. Namaste.